thanks for tuning in. You know you're supposed to torque your lug nuts, right? Well, Dan has a kit from OMT that'll help you out. Let's check it out. Hey Dan, run that intro!
So you know it's important to torque your lug nuts, right? Well, this is going to make it a whole lot easier. This is the OMT 10-piece 1/2 inch torque limiting extension bar set. That's Orion Motor Tech. Link is in the comments. Let's check this thing out. I love things with hard shell cases. Look how nice and organized that is. So this has a range of 65, 75, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, up to 150. Now I'll be honest with you, I've never used these before. I have seen them used in wheel stores and tire stores. And I have a question for you. How would you use these? Would you use the exact one you want and go for it? Or would you use one that's 10 below and then use a torque wrench to go ahead and get that last 10? I've seen kind of both schools of thought, so pause the video right now and put in the comments what you would do. Alright, we'll get our wheel back on. And we'll get our lug nuts started by hand. I always like to start things by hand, just to make sure we're not cross-threading anything. And again, I'm only putting 2 on these, and yes, I have it jacked up with a hydraulic jack without a jack stand, but I'm not getting under it, and we're going to be okay. Alright, so the first thing when you're putting these back on is you want to make sure obviously you have the right socket for your lug and lug nut. Make sure it's not loose on there. I put some marks on here so you can watch it when I'm tightening it up. Alright, so we're going to mark where this line is, which is right here. And then we're going to go ahead and switch these. I won't even leave that on there. We'll just pull this off. So that's 75. And now we're going to go up to 80. And we'll see how much more it moves. Alright, so you can see it moved a little bit more. So I'd say these things are pretty accurate. We'll go ahead and check it with the wrench. What is this on? This is on 70 and we got it at 80, so this should click without going anywhere. And we'll bring it up to 75. It did not move, and we'll go up to 80 and make sure that it is at 80. Yep, didn't move at all. Now obviously, like anything, these torque sticks are going to be controversial. I'm sure some people say they're great, I use them all the time, never had a problem. Other people are going to say they're not accurate, don't use them. Some people say use one a little bit lower and file it up with a torque wrench to get it up to your torque specs. You should be checking your torque on your wheels anyway every once in a while to make sure that they're up to specs. So there you have it, the Orion Motor Tech torque sticks. So these are going to be great for me because I'm not really concerned about driving for miles and miles in my cars. I'm just pulling wheels off and putting wheels on. So instead of just throwing it on and maybe over torquing it and damaging the lug nuts or the threads or the studs, I can use one of these and know that it's pretty much going to be perfect. Now, if you want to use them at your own discretion, you know, do your research. But as far as I'm concerned, these things are great. I'll put a link to these in the description, and also their site, Orion Motor Tech, has a ton of really useful tools. Maybe we'll feature some more on the channel. If you guys want to see them, throw something in the comments and let me know. But for these are good. So until next time, thanks for watching. Stay positive and keep on wrenching.